Raining pretty hardcore outside yet again today, but I think it was Monday it was raining really hardcore, and like literally Monday it was raining so hard that when I started driving to the gym it was raining sideways, and the street was so flooded that I couldn't go faster than like 20 miles per hour. I was just splashing water up everywhere, and I was just hydroplaning me all over the place. Only people that could go like 30 miles per hour were like big trucks. So Monday was really bad. It's pretty bad today. Not too insanely bad right now. That's kind of what it looks like outside, if you can get a feel for that. I was going to be like, I'm just going to bring my camera, not the big tripod, but I was like, I will put the tripod back in its case, do what needs to be done, and guess what else? I'm going to go get a freaking baggie. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put the camera in this little baggie, and then put this little baggie in the gym baggie, and then we're going to take this, take that, good to go. Going to the gym with the camera with a full tripod setup. The little guy that's on there right now, and the big guy right there that goes up to like 70 whatever inches. Leg day coming at ya. I walked out the door to leave, and outside there was a package. It's from my friend, subscriber, Michael. Thank you so much, Michael. I was honestly expecting you to send me candy, and I was going to be like, thank you, but I'm going to have to get rid of this and give it to somebody else because I'm on summer shredding cut, and I can't handle it being around me. But hot sauce is like bae when I'm cutting, because that's like, hot sauce has hardly any calories. Very, very low. It's actually labeled 0 calories. So we've got this original Burman's hot sauce right here. We've got this Conti that this looks like it could kill children, but we're gonna try it. We've also got Louisiana hot sauce. I've got like a giant assortment of hot sauce at this point from Michael, so thank you, Michael. He sent me some different energy drinks to try out, so probably actually gonna try out one of these. Alright, Gridlock Ultra Right. Jordan, God, I should cut this out, but Gridlock Ultra White taste test, take 2. It's kind of like a Monster mixed with like the NOS energy drink. You ever tried like the NOS energy drink? Or I think it's called NOS, something like that. NOS, yeah. The NOS energy drink, it's kind of like, so it's not quite as sweet as the Ultra White Monster. The Monster has more of a sweetness sort of taste to it. This is more of a, it's more calm, I guess, if that makes sense. It's more of a calm energy drink. I like it. It's just different. I'm going to give it, for taste, like a 6.7 out of 10. So right there close to where the purple Monster was. Not quite as good as the White Monster. Nowhere near as good as the Red Rockstar, but this is definitely good. If I find this at a gas station, when I haven't had it in a while, it'll be a cool alternative. I always like trying new energy drinks. So thank you so much, Michael, for sending me this. When I do go to a gas station and I see energy drinks that I've never seen before, typically I do try them just because it's cool and it's different and I'm not used to it, and I can put it on video and show you guys. So what's going on, guys, and welcome to the commentary. So something that I've never done is record my entire workout and talk about it. I've recorded parts of my workout. I've recorded like one set of each exercise, but I literally recorded every set of every exercise for leg training. So on my secondary leg day, or my legs hypertrophy, legs high volume, legs bodybuilding day, whatever you want to call it, this leg day is more for breaking down the muscle and rebuilding the muscle, aka muscle hypertrophy. I don't really focus on heavy weight. I focus a lot more on high volume on this day. My first exercise here lately has been the front squat, just because the front squat is a more quad dominant squat, so you're going to build more quadriceps rather than the back squat that's going to be a mix of quads, glutes, and hamstrings. It's going to be hitting your glutes a little bit more than your quads. You can see here that the quads are really getting that activation. I made sure to get the angle of the dangle perfect just so you could see the activation on the quads on these front squats. So if you really want to prioritize quad hypertrophy, quad growth, as opposed to just everything quad, glutes, hamstrings. So if you're a guy and you're not worried about building your booty too much bigger, front squats. Give front squats a try. I like to do my regular back squats on my power day just because it's a big strength and power exercise, and I like to keep it in at least one day a week. But as far as muscle hypertrophy for the quadriceps, I like my front squats. So the second movement that I moved on to is the leg press. What I did on this given day was I started out with 5 plates for 10 reps. Then I went to 6 plates for 8 reps, and I went to 7 plates for 8 reps. Basically, with this, I'm just focusing on isolating the quads even more than I would be on the front squat. So you're seeing exercises that are just really, really, really focused here on hitting the quadriceps. Now, this exercise here is basically going to hit both angles of the quads, or both parts of the quad, so the vastus lateralis as well as the vastus medialis, that's the outside and the inside of the quad, equally. So basically, I'm just trying to inflict some major pain, some major infliction, some major damage on the quadriceps. And so what I did here, yet again, is I started out with 1 plate, which was 5 plates, 6 plates, 7 plates, very minimal breaks in between sets. The next thing we moved on to is a machine single leg press. And what I did on this is I did single legs, 10 reps and 10 reps. And by that, what I mean is on the first set, what I did is had my leg turned outward. And so when you have your toes turned outward, like counterclockwise outward, what you're going to do is you're going to hit more of the outer quad. So when you have your leg turned outward, you're going to hit more of the vastus lateralis, which is the outside of your quad, which gives your quad that thickness. If you turn your leg clockwise, say you have your feet turned inward, you're going to hit more of the vastus medialis, which is that little teardrop looking quadricep that I think we all want to grow. So for me, I want total leg thickness and I want vastus medialis. So by isolating both angles, I am directly hitting the vastus lateralis as well as the vastus medialis and causing a breakdown to both, and just really beating the snot out of my quads, inner and outer quads. You could call them inner and outer quads, or you could call them vastus medialis and vastus lateralis. Vastus lateralis being the outer quad, vastus medialis being the little teardrop muscle that's closest to the inside of your knee. So I ended up doing 2 sets of this, 2 sets of inner and outer per leg, back to back to back. I didn't really take many breaks whatsoever. I'm sorry that my MacBook is breathing really heavily. It's just a heavy breather. I know you can hear it going in the background, so I apologize for that. Anyways, if you want, you can go ahead and do 3 sets of these, but my knee started hurting, my right knee started hurting, because, again, I have no cartilage in my right knee because I was jumped when I was younger, and, after the surgery, no cartilage, and, yeah, that should sort of explain itself. Again, these are to isolate the inner and outer portions of the quadriceps to really, really hit them harder. I always like to do a big core movement and then like a smaller isolation movement with both legs, and then a smaller isolation movement with each leg, and hit the inner and outer quads on my high volume hypertrophy bodybuilding leg days. So next we moved on to some calf raises. On these I just did sets of around 20. On calf raises, what you really want to do is focus on your form, focus on your contraction, focus on the isometric, focus on really, really squeezing at the top and letting them down slowly. This is actually sped up almost 2 times, so 200% fast, or, double 100%. So on these, I like to do a lot of reps and really, really focus on the contraction, the squeeze at the top, and then let them down slowly. I know you can't tell that I'm going slow, but I'm actually going very slow. And calves, they are a bitch to grow. I was lucky to have some decent calves from the start. But for calves, what I recommend is just doing 3 to 4 to 5 sets and just doing them several times a week. Like, hit them on your hypertrophy leg day, hit them on your power leg day, hell, even hit them on one of your upper body days, and just work the volume up. Don't worry too much about weight on calves. I've found, in my opinion, they respond more to overall volume, and you can go up in weight a little bit, but you really want to focus on the contraction, the concentric, the isometric, the eccentric. Yeah, you just focus on the contraction, just focus on the form. Calves are one of those muscles that you really just want to focus on getting a good squeeze and letting them down slowly on each rep. On hamstrings, leg curls, what you really want to focus on is basically like your legs are doing a bicep curl. So slowly contract your leg bicep or your hamstrings, pull your foot as far up as you can to your butt cheeks and just squeeze right there. Squeeze like you're contracting the ball on your bicep, except for you're contracting like your hamstrings. You're trying to get good contraction, and do the same thing that you'd be doing on the calf raises. So as soon as you get a good squeeze, a good contraction at the fully flexed point, let them go slowly. Get a slow and easy eccentric. And yeah, that is my workout, guys. That is what a workout looks for me about every time on a leg hypertrophy, high volume bodybuilding workout. I will see you guys on the rest of the video. Love ya. This place called Trackside. It's like a little diner by a gas station. They didn't have any fat-free dressing, so I brought my own. Also brought some hot sauce. Salad, just extra chicken, tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce. Alright guys, I'm about to make my last meal of the day, which is going to be made with this muscle milk protein, this random protein bar that my dad just gave me, and this fat-free, low-sugar coffee creamer. Actually, 0 grams of fat, 2 carbs per serving. This is good for making protein brownies. It doesn't really do anything for your coffee. It's like milk basically, but a little bit thicker, but does great to mix protein brownies. You also need 1 whole egg. I'm going to use 2 scoops of this, which is about 6 grams of fat per scoop, so 12 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbs, and 32 grams of protein. 6 grams of protein here, 25 grams of protein here. What does this have? How many carbs? This has 26 carbs also. So I will list the macros after this. Also going to use a little bit of sugar-free syrup. And I mix in about maybe 1/8 a cup of water. It's about good, 45, 60, 1/4 a cup. So 4 servings, 1/4 a cup of this. But about half a serving, which is about 30 grams. Should go to 90 grams on the scale. Oh, 90 is a little bit more than half a serving of that. To do with one hand, so open. Yeah. We ended up not actually needing any water, so 30 grams or 30 milliliters of this and about 60 milliliters of this was the perfect amount of fluid. Maybe it depends on, that's a pretty good consistency. You don't want it to be like watery, but you also don't want it to be so thick that you can barely move your spoon. This is a good consistency for a protein brownie right here. Again, I used muscle milk. This stuff is on the higher calorie end, so when my macros get lower, I probably won't use it because it's literally 6 grams of fat per serving, which is only 16 grams of protein. So with 32 grams of protein, you're getting 12 grams of fat, a whopping 12 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbs. But this stuff tastes really good. It's almost like making an actual brownie. It's that tasty. But yeah. We used about 70 grams of this. So for about 70 grams of whey protein, 30 milliliters of this, 60 milliliters of this, so about 100 milliliters of fluid will get you that consistency. So 70 grams of protein powder, 100 milliliters of fluids gets you this consistency. Oh yeah, and an egg, a whole egg. So this is a chocolate chip cookie dough and banana brownie. You may not be able to actually see the chocolate chip cookie dough inside, but let me. So there's the chocolate chip cookie dough right there. We're going to put a little bit of syrup on top of this. A little bit of breakfast syrup. 40 grams syrup, indulgent caramel flavor. This has about 13 carbs per 20 milliliters. We're probably going to put about 20 or 30 milliliters on top, and then we'll have our freaking delicious protein brownie. Here we go. Alright, that's around 20 grams, and that is our finished product protein brownie. This is freaking orgasmically delicious, I promise you. Alright guys, I am going to go ahead and conclude the video. I could bring the video on into tomorrow, but what I wanted to do is record 3 full workouts. So the last video where I had the top 100 YouTubers, natural or not, had my full workout. This video has my full leg workout. The last video was my full upper body power workout. This next video is going to be my full upper body hypertrophy workout. And what's going on here is usually my workouts go from Monday all the way to Saturday, even Sunday sometimes, but this time around I'm going with my mom to Charleston, South Carolina for a day to the beach because it's her mom's birthday, my grandma's birthday. She passed away a while back, so we're kind of going down there for that reason, to kind of relax. And yeah, you get where I'm going with that. So I'm getting everything done by Friday, which means I've got 2 less days to train. So instead of spreading out all of my upper body parts through Friday through Sunday, I'm going to do an entire upper body hypertrophy routine tomorrow, and that's going to be the next video that you see. I'll see you guys then. All love. Until next time, like if you enjoyed the video, comment if you have any questions or concerns, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.
Whoa, come back.